This week we got streaming in the gaming industry and its effect and impact. We have good game, bad game of the week. We also discuss love, hate, the future of VR in gaming, and the best era in gaming. And lastly, we have, of course, PixelHate Trivia. Hit that power button. It's time to pixelate. Welcome back to your favorite video game podcast. We are PixelHate. This is PixelHate, where the H is silent, but the hate is oh so very real. Today, we have everyone here. It is me, Adam. We're joined by Chris, Jamal, Wopeh, and our good pal and my nephew, Micah, aka Mikey OQ. How is everyone doing today?
Jazz hands.
Good.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Jamal, for the love of God, something has to change.
Nothing has to change.
You know what? Fair point. Fair counterpoint.
I know, man. Stop hating.
That's a hard debate to make.
Don't make me not like you two. I already hate your cousin.
Well, he's the worst. He's the worst. And he stole my Hello Dinata jersey. So
and we'll see.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Number one spot for gaming discourse. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube and you follow us on all listening platforms: Spotify, Apple Pod, Google Podcasts, Yahoo Podcasts, Friendster Podcast, MySpace Podcast, Costco Podcasts, Walmart Podcasts,
Vine Podcast, Vine. Don't
Vine
forget Vine
Podcast. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the above. We have our Discord. Go ahead and check out the link tree for all the links. We have several things to go over today. First of which is a major question, especially with how big this specific industry has gotten over the years. How do we feel about streaming kind of helping the gaming industry, especially in the past half decade? To even more so the past couple years since the pandemic. How do we what do we think the streaming platforms have done for gaming as a whole?
I'll start us off. First of all, streaming during the pandemic fucking took off, dude. Like it made video games a part of the mainstream conversation, if we're being honest. Before, we were like on the outskirts of the mainstream conversation of TV shows, movies, books, blah blah blah, whatever you want to say, right? But as we keep going now, video games are big boys. Now everybody has to have a video game show. Now everybody wants to do a goddamn video game movie. It's time. We're here. We're here.
Yeah, I agree. I think the question should be less about the last decade, because before 2020, I mean, yeah, like Chris said, gaming was like on the outside of the mainstream, but once content creators like got people in their homes and like everyone could see all the different live streamers, all the different YouTube gamer people and all that stuff, like it brought it to a totally different market for sure. And now we're seeing games like go to 600,000 players in its first day type stuff, which is like unheard of a lot. So the content itself hasn't evolved, but the like actual aspect of growing the community has definitely, like streaming's definitely played a big part in that.
I think the perspective of streamers in general, like you always get those questions of why are you sitting here watching this person play a video game, right? But it's like that same thought process behind watching other people eat or watching other people. What's the name of that video type? It's like mukbang, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but also it's like
eat.
ASMR. Like they have a microphone up real close and you listen to them chew and bite and swallow and
Spidey, here we go. I just pooped.
It's a bunch of
Personally,
sensory things. Yeah.
yeah, I think
it's
it's
a weird
foul.
thing. With streaming in general, especially with games, it was some place where you could find like community, especially in 2020 when everybody was so isolated from people if you so chose to be, and you needed another outlet, just any type of outlet for entertainment beyond just watching TV by yourself, reading books by yourself. You could play games with other people, talk to them, interact, do whatever. Um, as far as like fighting game communities, streaming is like a complete necessity. Like it it's the only way you're gonna see these competitions nowadays. Like you can't go to Evo, like it's everything to the FGC. Like it's everything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Whenever I think of like streaming video games, I don't really think about like single player games as much. Now, granted, on our Twitch, we do play single player games. God of War is one, Stray was one, Sonic Frontiers. But anytime I think about streaming games, I think of like esport games, specifically, Rocket League, fighting games, Smash, Tekken, stuff like that.
Because you
Like,
can watch someone play a single player game at any time, but
right, and that's
something
like so.
live, yeah.
Back in the day when gaming channels on YouTube got big, like it was parts of Let's Plays, where it could break down a story-driven game, and you could kind of take your time with those types of experiences. But with esport games, Dotas, Overwatches, Fortnites, PUBGs, all that stuff, like that stuff that's not very narrative driven. But you want to see people competing in those things, and I think that's the major draw of it. Now, Let's Plays are still very popular, but again, it's more so directed towards the story-driven games, where they're looking for kind of like just a theatrical experience. Not many people tune in on streams of that kind of thing.
Well, outside of the community aspect, where like the population, obviously a lot more people are playing games now than ever because it's so widely available. Even on your phone, you can play Xbox games now. So that's a given, right? The population's going to grow. But I think content creation, I'm not even just talking streaming here, but like YouTube game reviews, Let's Plays, all that stuff, that has directly impacted how games are developed now. So there's a reason there's so many open world games. It's because they review the highest. It's because they're
fun to watch.
They're fun to watch. They're easy to like click in a video 19 episodes in. Oh, it's an open world game. I'm not really that pressed that I missed the first 19 episodes, whatever.
Yeah. And somebody can just kind of talk, just stream of consciousness throughout the, and no conversation is the same.
And
look at how well Hogwarts Legacy is doing right this second. But go ahead, Michael.
And that has directly, engaging in that kind of content has directly impacted how developers choose to develop their games. God of War, the first God of War, the 2018, was really cinematic, but it had a lot more gameplay. This second game is super cinematic, and it's because they knew a lot of Let's Players were going to hop on YouTube and show that. So there's like 10 times more cutscenes, and all the cutscenes look 10 times better. It feels like you're watching a movie along with whoever is playing the game or whatever. And that's not even the only game that's kind of like changed up its whole, not changed up its whole vibe, but it's kind of like increased the cinematic feel of watching it. It makes me wonder, like, okay, so streaming is still so brand new and content creation is still so brand new in the grand scheme of things. It's like, how else are games going to be impacted? Because you see stuff like horror games now are implementing where streamers will stream a horror game and the chat in stream can control how the monster chases the person and like control how the world like closes in on the person playing and it freaks them out more. Like that stuff that is directly impacting how the industry is developing games. And that's crazy to me that streamers have had that much of an impact, because 10 years ago on YouTube, when people were making Amnesia playthroughs, that shit wasn't being considered at all.
Micah, do you feel like do you feel like, to Adam's earlier point, that competitive gaming and general sports, esports gaming is going to take off because of everything that's been happening? And I know Jamal has some thoughts on this as well, but I wanted to hear your thoughts as well. Like,
when you say take off, do you mean like in terms of being as big as like an NFL franchise or like a?
We discussed that last week, though.
Well,
we
because when
did
you
touch
say
on it.
take off, I mean, it's one of the biggest industries in the world right now. Esports,
Yes.
it makes so much money, and
I mean,
any esport team that has like a notable person on it is making millions.
I mean, like, hooked to the mainstream, as you know, we know who Tom Brady is. Do we know who the top fucking Fortnite player is? Probably not at
Well,
this
we know
exact
Ninja.
moment.
Well,
we know who he is, but like I
Well,
said, is he
everyone
the top
heard
of the game?
about when Fortnite did that first tournament outside of esports. Everyone heard about the 16-year-old kid that won $2 million.
Mhm.
That's just the start of it, man. I mean, yeah, I think will we get to that point? For sure. Because
depends on
esports organizations are so small right now that, like, I mean, they're still getting millions and millions of dollars, but they're not broadcasting this stuff on like live TV.
Yeah, so the esports companies, they are international. Like, streaming video games is a thing where, like, Twitch and Kick and all these other streaming platforms, they're international things. Like, you could be in fucking Moscow or whatever. Let's say that you're part of the cabinet and you're like, I want to watch some Rocket League. You can do that. Now, when I think of like an international, like in terms of sports, like an international figure, you're thinking like Ronaldo, Messi, typically like soccer players, because that's more international than just American football. Tom Brady is, yeah, he's obviously nationally renowned, but the fact that like people all around the world know guys like Ninja, guys that they know guys that are part of like FaZe Clan or whatever the fuck. I don't really follow streaming.
They're not a household name.
Not
it's
yet.
Not like
well, that's the thing.
Messi.
I think Ninja is a household name because of that one. Do you guys remember when he did the Fortnite? He was playing Fortnite with Travis Scott and Drake.
Yeah.
And then he got like mad viewers on his channel.
So when I say household name, I understand that like a majority of people my age know who Ninja is. I don't think a single person under the age of 25 doesn't know who Ninja is, or at least has seen him before, right? Or Ninja's a blanket character. You could be like Dr. Disrespect, any of those guys. One of them if you are outside of the gaming sphere, but you're still young. But at the same time, your grandma doesn't know who Ninja is.
Yeah, of course.
She wouldn't know who Drake is either, though.
But that's what we're debating right now: is if esports can get to that level. I think yes, but
no, that's not what we're debating. We were debating that last week. What we're not even really debating.
That's what Chris asked me.
Do you think it could get to that level?
That's what I'm saying. Chris's question was more of a last week thing.
Yeah. So Chris,
it is directly linked to what we're talking about.
Yes, for sure. Right, but you can't go back to that conversation. You can refer to it. That's how.
Adam, I'm gonna hit the rewind button as long as I fucking want.
It's not a rolling staff meeting, Christopher. But yeah, I think streaming games. Obviously, streaming is massive right now with guys like Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat, or however you pronounce his name.
I have no idea.
Who just recently
those guys don't play games though.
I know that. I'm saying like streaming in general, like just wasn't Twitch started because like it was supposed to be primarily streaming video games.
So Twitch has a funny start before it got picked up by Amazon. Twitch was actually it was a website called, whoever owned Twitch or made Twitch, it was his name and then something live or like something's website. Like I'll say Jack. I can't remember his name. But it was like a website that a lot of YouTubers back in like 2010 streamed on. And then
I think I know what you're talking about.
So it was obviously not big, but it was big enough to where like thousands of people would tune in, but it wasn't big enough to where it had like a TOS properly. And somebody ended up committing on the website
Okay.
on a live stream. That kind of led into the creation of Twitch, to where it was like a very official TOS driven website, which is ironic because now you look at Twitch and it's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
It's an absolute disaster.
And shit still falls through the cracks.
I'm sorry.
Twitch was never exclusively a gaming website, even though they framed it as that. It's just that a majority of people that were on it when it first started was gaming. So they like framed it as the gaming website, and they put it on Xboxes, they put it on PS4s. I don't know if they did that or not. They put it on Switch.
But even now, like the biggest category in Twitch is like, just chatting, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because there's a bunch of naked people on it. But like, yeah, so it was never, especially before it was formally Twitch, it was never like exclusively gaming.
Okay. But really quick, Jamal.
You guys kept talking, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Interject at any point.
What do you mean?
I'm not rude like you guys.
You're acting like you're not a rudeness.
It's
how you intrude on people's business.
Well, anyways,
you're ruder than us, so
I am not. I am very polite. I'm very wholesome, like as we discussed on brunch that one day.
Come on, Ray Charles, speak to us.
I think
that was the least wholesome shit Jamal ever. Jamal was out here looking.
So since the pandemic, I think that streaming has emphasized what gaming really is, at least, and I will talk more about this on a later topic, but I think gaming is just about like basically enjoying let's just say a game with like friends or just other people who likes the game. So Twitch has definitely emphasized that a lot, because during the pandemic, you couldn't really go outside and do anything. So a lot of people just wanted the game. And then streaming, you see other people playing the games that you like. So it just became more entertaining, because then some people who may not have, close friends that like gaming, they can easily just talk to the friends that they made online or friends that they made on Twitch, whatever, even more so.
Yeah, making community.
Now, and also streaming has brought up esports a lot, like how Chris said, has some thoughts on it, because a lot of people like sports. Now, for me, I don't like sporting events.
What? You son of a bitch. You no good damn
I enjoy them, but only if I'm there like in person or I'm with you guys. I'm not going to watch it by myself. I'll watch an esports event by myself.
Why don't you just start betting? I think that'll help.
Because I don't know. Right. I don't want to bet something I don't know about. So,
you think I know? You think I know anything about this hockey parlay that I put in? I don't watch that.
You think I care about fucking tennis when I bet on tennis? No,
I didn't know you bet on tennis.
You can
bet on everything. You could bet on what song Rihanna was going to play first during the halftime show. I would have lost. I'm so glad I didn't.
You can bet what toilet paper the starting quarterback fucking uses in pregame. So
I'm not going to bet on any of
Why
that.
not? Why not?
Bro, it's like 300 for Sharman.
Over under on
how many sheets it takes to wipe Tom Brady's ass.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah, we've gotten very
how many sheets of Charmin Ultra?
Is it Charmin Ultra or is it
good game? Bad game. Good game, bad game.
Good game, bad game. My good game experience of the week. Actually, I'll start with my bad game experience of the week. I'm gonna start angry. I played Gears 5 last night with Adam for the first time in like 3 years, and that was painful. Gears of War is a very particular game. It takes a lot of concentration and a lot of anger to play. So
we're gonna play
it's toxic on purpose
tonight. We're gonna play tonight.
It's also toxic on purpose. They have emotes and sprays and all that of toilet water and poopy and all that stuff just to piss you off more when you die. It's great.
What?
You can Batista bomb people. Batista's in the game.
Batista's in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were playing ranked, of course, and there's no one playing the game anymore because it's all bots. And somehow we were still getting shat on by the bots.
Dude, I don't know what they did to their fucking AI,
but
yeah,
is a good game. It's a good game.
it's a good game.
Anyways, to my good game experience of the week. For all my lovely Blizzard fans out there, I did complete my Diablo season. I spent like 2 weeks of grinding to get all the cosmetics. So for anyone that is an absolute loser and plays Overwatch or WoW or Diablo, I would appreciate some congratulations in the comments. Thank you.
Maul, that fucking anime antagonist of a podcast host right now.
I'm just chilling, dog. I don't my good game, bad game. Playing Rocket League, I guess. You know,
of course.
Move this man!
I mean, I only been
The
playing
only
Rocket League
game
mainly.
Jamal plays.
That and Hogwarts Legacy, but nothing, Hogwarts is Hogwarts. So both good and bad games for Rocket League. Last night was my bad game because it just got very frustrating. I was one point. I was like, you know what? F this.
Yep, we were playing that before me and Micah hopped on Gears, and that was also bad.
Wait, I thought you guys were waiting for Chris to play the game.
Oh, funny you say that. Weird how we're always waiting on Chris.
Adam, I've been sick for a fucking week.
Everybody
Hey, which means you were home, right?
Chris doesn't
Which
look at his
means I was
phone.
asleep.
Hey,
if
Chris.
if I'm asleep or sick, I'm not looking at my phone.
You are the fucking one who's like, we're playing.
You don't
Gears
look at
tonight,
your
right?
phone at
No. Hold on.
Chris doesn't look at his phone unless his fiance
This
is not
fucking
near
guy,
him.
this fucking guy is texting me. He's like, "Gears tonight." I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude, let's go." It
And
gets
then
to
I proceeded to
7:30,
fall
and I'm
asleep.
like, "Are you still good?" No response.
You got
Like-
the vid? What's going
I'm
on?
like, "Are we playing?" He's like, "No response."
I got
so I
some
text
type
him-
of viral fucking shit that
He got the
was,
virus.
It's because
yeah.
you're a vegan. Start eating real meat.
No, it's not.
Spencer.
It's because
Because he's a Steelers
it's
fan.
because multiple
Today, Junior!
children that I work with come to school with sicknesses.
That's true.
Hey,
Little
who-
sick
Purge 'em.
bastards. You know those parents don't give a fuck.
guess who also deals with that? This guy.
And you weren't sick for a week.
You damn
There's
right.
obviously a simple solution to that problem.
Because I'm not a vegan and I'm not a Steelers fan.
Eradication.
Huh?
Eradicate the children.
Remove the illness directly from the source.
Just burn me to hell.
No.
What is
it's the
going on
children.
right now?
This is
Can-
the
can
end
we-
times. This is
Jamal,
the black
can-
plague.
Jamal, can you finish your good game, bad game, please?
No,
Cool.
I got interrupted twice. I ain't talking.
I thought it was
Y'all,
done.
He didn't get to his good game.
You'll never know.
You don't
I
have a
bet.
good game.
So my bad game experience. So now that I've played on a Series X,
Oh
and
golly.
the fuck was that?
Yeah, jeez.
Oh golly.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be playing on a series, huh?
And I've
Yeah.
seen Call of Duty Modern Warfare going back to my Xbox One. Guys, I ordered my series.
So excited! So excited!
Yeah, so it's that next gen experience. Once you touch it, you can't go back.
No, dead ass. So I was at my friend's house playing Call of Duty and then going back and realizing, wow, this game is not optimized for this system whatsoever. Like just draw distance, pop in, everything is fucking ugly. And obviously it was ugly before I played it on the series, but going back and seeing how ugly it is and unpolished, I'm just like, for games like that, they just shouldn't come out on last gen at all.
Yeah, we had that realization 2 years ago.
Yeah, that shit's very fucking ugly.
Every
But-
game is not gonna work.
Yeah, it's just bad. So that's my bad game experience. Good game experience. I watched Gabby start a new game of Hogwarts Legacy, so it's fun to watch somebody play through that game.
Chris.
All right. So my bad gaming experience this week was not being able to play any fucking games. being sick and wanting to play and having all the desire to want to
Get
play.
good.
I know, right? That was my bad gaming experience this week. My
Just
good
no
gaming
energy?
experience. Yeah, just absolutely no fucking energy. I was donished by midweek. It was like Wednesday, and I was like contemplating what I was gonna do with the rest of my life.
Oh, you guys don't have school tomorrow, right? President's
Yes.
No. That's why I'm drinking Vizzy.
We are not sponsored.
Who we are
No,
not
I-
sponsored by.
I kind of want to go get one. That made me want to go.
Jamal,
get
if you
one.
don't put your fucking book away and
Look at this motherfucker,
He's
dude.
are you reading Rise of Kyoshi?
He is. He's a bastard. He's a fucking bastard.
He's reading in sunglasses.
I'm reading the
Indoors.
shadow of Kiyoshi.
Which is not more important than what we got fucking going on right here.
I don't know, man. That game, that book's good.
All I can do is listen, so that's what I'm doing.
Jamal, would you rather be doing something else right now?
No.
All right. So Adam, your good game, bad game experience.
Can wait, god damn it. I didn't get to my good game experience.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Sorry, Jesus. Stop yelling at me.
Didn't play anything.
God. Guys get on my fucking nerves.
I just want to make you happy.
I just want to play Hogwarts Legacy with you.
No, dead ass. I'm about to go play that shit.
So my good gaming experience this week was the Nintendo Direct. I watched it in full while I was dying this week, and it was really fucking good. I will say that they had quite a bit of RPGs that I'm interested in. They had also talked about the fact that Game Boy and Game Boy Advance are both coming in full.
That's what she said.
To their, or not in full, but part of their catalog is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online, which is, again, just let me fucking buy the games.
How many farming simulators did they announce?
Oh, guys, you feel that? I can feel the hate coming.
Uh-oh.
Did someone say Game Boy Advance on Nintendo Switch?
Without any Pokemon? No. The only tease that they gave was the Pokemon trading card game. I was like, you bastards.
Emulation is always ethical.
I have no problem with piracy of any forms. Pirate Hogwarts Legacy if you don't want to support J.K. Rowling. Go for it.
It's just harder to pirate new games.
You
Like
should-
Game Boy Advance shit, bro. I did that shit.
It's not that hard
12.
if you know where to look.
You
That's
should
true. That's
totally
true.
do that, allegedly.
But I can get that. I can get
Not
get
fucking
Pokemon
steal.
Emerald running in 5 minutes flat.
Allegedly.
Respectfully,
Allegedly.
if you don't have the money, I honestly support piracy. Do your thing. But if you have the money, you should support the creators.
We're gonna have a
Bro,
full
whether I got it or
conversation about
not,
this.
I'm still going. Like, if it's easier for me to pirate it, allegedly, it's gonna happen.
Oh, and Nintendo pirate all their shit.
Yeah. When Nintendo
Pirate all their shit. They love that shit.
because they're not gonna
Allegedly.
release it. They have a Disney vault for no reason.
Oh, don't wait on a re-release because they'll drop it for 3 months exclusively, and then you can never buy it again.
Very true.
That's
Oh,
why
like the
you
Super
buy it
Mario
and
shit?
sell. That's why you buy it and sell it later on.
Yeah, well,
but,
that's
like,
why I
they don't
pirate
want
from
that.
day one. I'm playing.
Adam,
Literally
good game,
don't.
bad game.
My bad game was very similar to Micah's. I was going to go with Gears, but I knew that it was going to be a rough experience getting back into that game after 2.5 years of not playing the game. For what it was, I did have fun. It's on the Twitch. It's the most recent stream. It's on the video section if you guys want to go check that out. It's only about an hour long because it was very late, but we ended up getting a couple of viewers, so that's cool. But I'm going to go ahead and rank. Hi-Fi Rush as my bad game experience this week. Now, not because the game's bad, but I got to a section where it got a little repetitive. I don't know if anyone else has gotten through the second boss area. Chris, have you gotten to the second boss?
Haven't had a chance to touch it because I was sick. So
I'm starting
Okay.
it today, actually.
Hey, Chris, stop rubbing it in that you were sick, dude. Jesus Christ.
I was sick. I was
Maybe
ill.
go to the doctor.
I was not feeling well.
Hey guys, you know that Chris was sick?
If you
Hey,
didn't
everyone
know,
on three, say that Chris is sick. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Chris
Chris is sick.
Anyways, I got to an area that was very repetitive, and it was like you just kept kind of doing the same thing, and they introduced a mechanic. Basically, it introduced parrying at that point, where that's not a spoiler, because in the fucking control section you can see that you can map parry to a button, but early in the game you don't have it, which is kind of weird. You'd think you'd learn how to parry before the first boss, but that's besides the point. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite time of that game. I'm hoping going forward it's going to get better. It's still very enjoyable overall, just that was kind of a low point in that regard. My good game of the week is my parents came up and we had lunch and we cleaned the house and it was nice and it was cool. I love to see my parents, but they were like, the reason I had them come up was my mom called and she was like, hey, there's a box of, she didn't know what to call game like cases for video games. She was like, there's there's a bunch of containers that they're like the game
containers,
the video box, the game Tupperwares. And I was like, do you mean there's cases for games for the Xbox? Is that what you're talking about? She's like, yeah, that's the one. So
you still order physical games?
No, this is like Xbox 360 and Xbox One games. So I put them over in my little area where I have my designated game collection, and I'm just going to run through what we have today. So we have Mirror's Edge.
Classic.
We have BioShock Infinite.
Never played it.
Fable 3, Micah, me and you.
Absolute classic.
On that one. Assassin's Creed. This is just a small portion of my collection.
Was that the first one?
Yes. Tekken 6.
My question to you is,
Shut up, Assassin's Creed 2.
why are they not in ABC order?
Shut up, Orange Box.
What kind of
Great game.
Neanderthal are you?
This is the Master Chief Collection, Xbox One, obviously.
Still not in ABC
Shit!
order.
Rock Band 2. Remember we talked about that. Hold on.
No one can interrupt Adam unless he's interrupting you. Somebody else.
God damn it.
The orange box was such a good idea.
It was such a good idea, right?
Or unless it's
Portal,
Micah.
Half-Life, and Team Fortress.
Yeah.
No, it was, and the fact that like people are, by the way, did you know that people are getting upset because they are finally stopping like support for Team Fortress 2?
It's been like
No, really? Does that mean Left 4 Dead's about to get its support loss?
Probably.
I think so.
Ah,
I think I remember reading that somewhere.
honestly, Adam, I'm kind of heated about that.
Well, okay, we can come back to that in a second. Assassin's Creed 3, Fallout 3, Halo Reach, great game. Gears of War.
No, I don't care for Halo Reach.
You're
Assassin's-
tripping. Halo Reach is like that.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Brotherhood, one of the best Assassin's Creed games, objectively. Black Flag, another fucking great Assassin's Creed game.
I like Halo Reach's story.
Probably my favorite one.
Mortal Kombat 2009, Halo 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
First time I played that.
I like multiplayer for Halo 4. I didn't care for story.
First time I played,
too.
it was, the story was awful. First time I played Halo 4, I was super duper high, and I can't even replicate that experience. Borderlands 2. Hey, remember when Brandon talked about Madden 25? Guess who he borrowed it from?
From you.
Yep.
Fun fact, Halo 4 was the last Xbox game I played before the Red Rings of Death on my 360.
Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. So that's a thing.
Which game?
Classic.
Is
It's Metal Gear Solid 2,
It has-
3, and Peace Walker.
And Peace Walker, yeah. That's just a couple of the games that I got this past weekend. So that's my good game. That was good game, bad game of the week. Now we're gonna talk love hate. So the first thing we're gonna do is discuss the future of VR in gaming.
It's very like broad because you have casual VR, which I have, which is an Oculus, and it's like very low quality, and it's not like super high tech like the HTC Vive and stuff like that.
I agree.
That Steam has and all that stuff. Like the graphics on there look like real life. It's kind of crazy. there's that aspect of it, or I feel like the future. I love that. What I don't love is what Adam has strapped to his fucking big ass head right now. It's the Oculus Quest, because yes, it does bring VR to a wider market, but I feel like it falls short of so much of that experience that like is supposed to be there. It's not a flop, because a lot of people get a lot of use out of the Oculus Quest, but I feel like it's cool for like 2 months and then you drop it. I mean, I played mine a good bit. If anyone's been following me on TikTok and stuff, they know that like it was a big part of my content creation for a while. Like I definitely exclusively made VR videos and stuff like that for like a few months. I definitely like started to feel that fatigue on the just like the games and stuff that are available. There's just not a lot of variety in VR. It's just very there's the shooting games, and then there's the you swing a sword at something and you cut things and whatever. And then there's like VR chat where you just like talk with other people in VR. There's a
this man was
lot
watching porn.
of those three. There is a lot of those, but there's not a lot of like Skyrim VR and stuff like that on Oculus Quest. At least you can get that stuff on PC, but on the wireless version, you're kind of stuck with a lot of like really generic games. So I think for the future of VR, if we can get the PC experience on like a wireless headset that's a little cheaper, like the Quest is, I mean, it's gonna be big for VR exclusively. Now, I think what I wrote originally was how it is going to impact the industry, because what my mind was at when I was referring to VR was, is there any possibility that becomes like we're Ready Player One type shit? Is there any possibility that VR somehow becomes like the main source of playing games, or like the main outlet? I don't know, because I feel as someone who's owned both a really shitty VR, like the phone types, and then I upgraded to the like Oculus Quest with my hands moving and stuff like that. It's so gimmicky. I don't see myself ever preferring it over like sitting in front of a TV with a controller.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I can't ever see it like over, like to the point where, let's say 2-3 gaming generations from now, will every system come with like a VR headset? I don't think so. I think it's still going to be an attachment. It's still like they're going to have more support for it, obviously, and there's going to be a great market for it. But like you said, the couch gaming and monitor and gaming chair gaming, I guess, is always going to be like the most effective way to game. I just can't see it like
a big part of it is it's uncomfortable. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not when I'm playing a video game. A part of it is to relax and like kind of let my mind go in like a zoned out mode. When I'm playing VR, my brain kind of can't do that because I have this microwave strapped to my face. And then also on top of that, it weighs like 15 pounds. There's the aspect of, if you wear the shit too much, you can actually fuck up your eyes. Like it literally is shooting lights into your eyes, like directly at your eyes. So of course, after like 2 hours of playing, I'm not in the mood to play anymore. I'm physically, I couldn't even, there's games on the VR that I would be like sitting down playing with, my VR plugged into my whatever. And I wasn't even being really active. I would just move my hands a lot. But because of the fact that my eyes are literally being beamed at with light, and I always have to turn the dark mode on that thing because it hurts so much. I physically cannot do that for hours at a time. I don't know how motherfuckers hop on VR chat, lay down with people, and like sit there and talk for 10 hours. I mean, you're living a second life, yeah, but you're also like frying your brain. I remember when I was making content like consistently with the VR, my brain was fried, bro, and not in the fun way. I was absolutely like, my brain did not feel like it was functioning at full capacity after a session of that shit, because it's not. You feel tired.
Yeah, honestly,
how can you not?
I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah,
you're not a huge fan of the future.
What?
I'm not
VR in general. Yeah, gaming. I think the human limitations are too much.
I think in the future it's going to be the bee's knees. I think right now, because of the technical limitations, I think that we're far from it being, like you said, the main source of video games. But in the future, in 2050, I guarantee you, it's
It
going
doesn't
to
even
be
have to be that
packaged.
Well,
far.
but
It don't even have to
2050,
be that far. It's 2023, bro. Give
yeah,
it
but I
2028. 5 years from now, VR technology is going to be on something.
but I think by 2050, Chris, we're not even going to be talking virtual reality headsets. I think we're going to just be talking about like
Glasses.
brain chips.
Like
Yeah.
AR.
No,
like
no,
AR.
further, brain chips. Like
I don't think we're talking brain chips.
literally, like you
That's it.
don't even have to like put something on. Like it's already, you could turn on a console or something, and like you can
Okay.
just play the game.
Can
I
we
can't
get
put some
Google
shit in your
Lens
ears.
first before we fucking start putting chips in our brains, please?
Look, man, they're already developing that technology. You can look into it.
I can't see anything.
I know. I know. Ask Elon Musk what happened to the monkey who he put a chip in his brain.
I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm saying I think we're gonna get to that point very soon in our lifetimes.
It died because it was playing Pong with its brain. Just so
That's
everyone
crazy.
Is that
knows.
a real thing?
Yes, look it up.
That's crazy because it's probably a sensory overload for your
It has
brain.
to be. It has to be.
Because you're not just looking at something. Literally, every aspect of your brain is focusing on a game. And he's playing Pong. Imagine playing a first-person shooter. You'd have a heart attack.
And if they start doing the thing where they can actually add like your physical feeling to it,
Well, we're already there. There are VR suits you can wear where while you're playing Call of Duty, or whatever VR game you want to play, if you get shot, it simulates the bullet hitting you.
that's ridiculous.
And
People's
it
brains
goes
are going to go into
like an
shock,
electric
like-
pulse on your body, and that shit hurts. So we're talking about like breaking the virtual aspect of the reality, right? We're talking about literally inflicting pain on the player.
It's gonna get to the point where it's not even virtual reality or augmented reality. It's just gonna be simulation.
Yeah, you're like
Well,
glitching the human experience. It's a little much.
And I mean, I didn't want to touch it, but we already simulate certain things with VR. Like it's
Like
not.
what?
Have you ever seen the rubber butts in Japan where they put up the headset and then they go pound on the booty?
I see rubber butts in Baltimore every day.
Yeah, but they don't have cock
in those
draining
gentlemen's
machines in
clubs, huh?
Baltimore.
You said what?
They don't have cock draining machines in Baltimore.
Excuse me?
You've never seen those things in Japan where the guy goes to the headset, he puts his dick in the pump, and it's a thing.
No.
They simulate.
I haven't
sex.
reached that side of TikTok.
TikTok.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know
Well,
everything's on TikTok.
Do we love or do we hate where VR is headed in the video game industry?
I feel like I have no particular feeling about the future.
It has to be one or the other.
I love it.
I hate it.
Personally, I hate it.
I think it's too much.
I think it's gonna ruin gaming for a lot of people.
That's a crazy statement.
I just think that's gonna be the case.
I hate it. Whatever.
Jamal,
I hate it because I don't like the tech. I think technology is going towards the wrong side of the coin. It's trying to seem like we're trying to bring ourselves into the game, which I prefer if they try to bring the game into more into reality. So the direction what it seems like right now, I hate it.
all right. Majority
much
wins. We hate VR's future in gaming. Next.
That's gonna age well.
Oh yeah. Come back to this one. It's gonna age like milk. Love, hate, best era in gaming. I guess I'll start. My favorite era in gaming was the late 2000s, easily.
What generation?
Talking Xbox 360, PS3, Wii. No, like just the level of quality in games that were coming out in the latter part of that decade were just monumental. I think it's still debated whether 2007 was the best year in gaming, because I think that was, if we're talking I mean, obviously Halo 3 came out that year. I think was that the first Assassin's Creed that year as well?
Yes, Uncharted, Assassin's Creed came out that year.
Uncharted, right? There are tons of games that came out that
Mass Effect
just spawned billion-dollar franchises. And they were all they not that they weren't quality games, but they just led to money-making machines, which as time has gone on, you can debate whether that's a good or bad thing. But nonetheless, I think that's the best era in gaming.
I think the innocence of it just beginning and not knowing how much it would turn into like a money pit, like back when everything was new and fresh, those franchises you mentioned. Because that next year, 2008, is Guns of the Patriots. It's Grand Theft Auto 4. It's that late 2000s.
That's part of the same era too. Like it was monumental, in my opinion.
Same thing. I'll say like around, the 2010s era, but opposite of you, it was actually through PC that I actually loved the most. And why? Because I was playing a lot of MMOs during that time. So I was spending a lot of the time on PCs, and that's why I really loved gaming, was more so the multiplayer aspect, because I like just playing around with like different people. So
Jamal, did you ever play Ragnarok?
God of War?
No, Ragnarok. It was like an anime side-scrolling RuneScape type game.
No. In fact, I never played RuneScape.
What?
Nope. I've seen it played, but I never played it.
We need to hop on RuneScape, get a PixelHate clan going.
It's still running?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
update the graphics
remade
and
the
it still
game
look
in
like-
2017.
Yeah,
Does
but
it
you
still
can
look like
you
a
can still hop
1998
on
game?
old school RuneScape.
But that's
I
what they
played
remade.
a whole bunch of different things like on Nextcom, NetGame, OG Planet. Like those are just some of the sites that I was on during like middle school eras. Just playing basically a whole bunch of MMOs. Wopeh, there's one game that you would have liked. It was called Rumble Fighter. It's basically like a arena fighter, but it was like a multiplayer game, just like different fighting styles that you can like buy from. It was fun. I loved that game a lot. I spent hella hours on that game. Other like MMO games, those like Flip. My first one's probably like this game called Trickster. It was like a 2D side scroller game, but during that time, I just loved different MMOs. I was always looking for a different MMO to game. So that was definitely my favorite era, from like probably like around 2007 until like probably like 2010 or something was definitely like my favorite era of gaming.
That question's really hard for me, because when I think of like when I was playing the most games was when I learned how to allegedly emulate. So like when I was like between 10 and 14, right? So let's go 2004 to 2007. There is this I used to do a lot of PC gaming. So like I said, I had my Game Boy Advance emulator on there. I was playing a lot of Game Boy Advance games. This is, I think, around the time the DS came out. I played this game called Little Fighter, which was a side scroller beat 'em up that I absolutely loved. I think it's one of the greatest games ever. 2000, that 2004, 2005 era, we're still like hot into PS2, right? Like PS3 and 360 didn't come out till
PS3 came out in 2007. 360 came out in 06.
Damn, I feel like it's earlier than that. I like PS2, GameCube, original Xbox era, I want to say the most. Those are my most fond memories. That the PS2 line just lasted for so long. I think the PS2 is its own era in general. But I will go as far as to say the early to mid 2000s. I think that's my answer.
We're all gonna have very similar answers here, which is kind of funny.
No, you're a child.
I was gonna go a little contrarian and go like into the 2010s, but nah, man, I think I enjoyed like games like with such a childlike wonder the most from like 2004 to like 2008, 2007, because that's when the PSP and the DS dropped. And those were like my main forms of gaming for a long time. I didn't get a 360 till I was like 9 or 10. I don't know. So I played everything on my DS. I played Call of Duty. I played the Pokemon Dungeon, whatever.
Mystery Dungeon.
I played Pokemon Rangers. I had, oh God, a lot of illegal talk on this pod today. I had a DS card that had like 40 or 50 games on it with also a bunch of rock music on it.
I'm
Allegedly.
hip. I'm so hip. The fucking
Yeah.
GS card. or
One of my
whatever.
friends, I'll say this, I didn't do that. My friend actually had it, and he had like a Lego RTS and all this other shit on it. And I was like, yo, can I borrow that? And I just never gave it back. That was honestly a really good time. The PSP was, as much as people don't like the PSP, I loved it back then. It was my first introduction to Assassin's Creed. I played GTA on there. I played Jack on there, the Jack and Dexter one-off, a bunch of games. But the thing is, I also played a lot of really, in hindsight, bad games, but I didn't care back then. And I think that's why that's my favorite era, is because it was still like such an early time of the internet. So like people weren't really making game reviews. It was kind of hard to find info on a lot of like obscure games. Stuff like game guides and stuff was like still in the package, and like it was still useful. It was much easier to like just be happy with what I had. You know, I didn't really want many new games. I wanted to beat the Kirby I owned. I wanted to 100% this dumb JRPG that I don't even remember the name of. Like, I had a bunch of games that like I probably wouldn't care about now, but back then I loved every single game I owned because I only had like so many. I think it's like a total 180 from what we have today, where Game Pass is like so oversaturated with indie games and 150 like different games, and it's like, bro, there's so many to choose from. I don't even care.
It's like you can't pick what you love. What you love just has to pick you.
There was a
Sense of
situation of like having to. You didn't have a subscription service other than GameFly, which no one used.
Stop it!
$8.95 to start. No late fees. Gamefly.com.
There was nothing like that. So if you had the game, you're shit out of luck. If you don't like it, you better fucking play it. You know, like that was the kind of situation back then. So I learned to love a lot of games too. That's the other thing, is like, I'm so unwilling to try games now because I have so much to choose from. But like back then, my parents would get me a game I never heard of. God damn it, I'm playing this shit all week. You know, like, I don't even know what this is, but I'm going to try it. That's what happened to me with Heroes of Ruin. It was like a Diablo-like. It was a Diablo DS game that wasn't even Diablo. It was just a game coming out around the same time as D3. And little did I know back then how much I loved that game, that it was inspired by an actually like big franchise. I had no idea, but I still sunk like 100 hours in it as a kid. And
that's a great thing to bring up. I want to ask this later, and I need one of you guys to remind me the best game, or sorry, the worst game that like was bought for you as a kid that you didn't really realize was shit until you grew up and realized, oh my God, people hated this game.
It's everything. Movies, TV, you know, there's a bunch of stuff I feel that way about.
Like shit that was super painfully average, but it was the best shit to you ever.
A lot of PS2 games, I was like,
yeah,
wow, they're really bad now.
Dynasty Warriors.
That's a fucking good one right there. Holy shit.
Dude, I played Dynasty Warriors 4 religiously. I was like, this is the best game ever. This is literally the best game ever.
But yeah, 2004 to like 2008 is probably my favorite era gaming. It's just a very simple time.
Turn it off.
Yeah, this is scary.
Stop. If you're done.
This is what happens when you read too many books, kids.
Back to the topic at hand. My favorite era is probably that era right between PS2 and PS3. At the beginning of the PS3 era, as you were talking about, Adam, that 2007 fucking era was just electric for gaming in general. So many great games during that era, and on top of that, I had a couple of them at launch. I had Assassin's Creed at launch. I had Uncharted at launch. I had The
God
latest
of War.
God of War 3. Yeah, actually, yes. So it was a good time. It was a good time. Like right at the beginning of the PS3 era.
Okay, so basically
PS3
same as mine.
360. Yeah. That's literally the best game of
Like
or
it
era of
doesn't get
gaming.
any better, right?
No,
Like
it
I
doesn't.
don't think so. Yeah.
I think it also added to the like mystique because it was still during like the early days of the internet where like you could find some shit about games on the internet, but like you were scouring or you were
You had
going
to
to
look
specific
deep.
websites. Like,
yeah.
but beyond that, you weren't gonna find what you wanted.
The hardware was basically perfected for the future as well. Like the controllers were they set the groundwork for each console going forward. The 360 controller was, in my opinion, probably the second best controller behind the Xbox One, but obviously it only got better from there. The PlayStation controller, it got better in the PS4 era, just like the Xbox One.
Yes.
And then same for the Wiimotes. Honestly, do we like the Wiimotes more than the Joy-Cons?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Ooh,
I say
that's a hot topic too.
Okay, just real quick. Joy-Cons are extremely small. They're way too
Yes.
small, and the drift has happened often enough that I've already had to have it changed by Chris or have my Joy-Con bits changed by Chris. That alone, the Wiimote did what it was supposed to do the majority of the time.
Yeah, majority
right?
of the time.
Because not all the games were really, not everything needed to be motion controlled. That's a fact. And they really didn't have the as sharp a technology as they thought they did. It's kind of the same thing with the Kinect. Like the Kinect was
Yeah.
cool and it was a great concept, but they really didn't. And then what was that shit that the PlayStation had? Jamal, I know you had it, right? It's like an eye something.
I didn't have a PS3, so I don't know. I
No,
think
it was
came-
on. Oh fuck.
P-
What's it called? It's
PS2
eye
iToy.
I know
iToy.
iToy.
okay.
Oh
Yes.
my god. dude, the
Yeah.
iToy.
Yeah, like shit like that. They didn't really, they weren't really there. But the Wiimote and the nunchuck, I think it was a very
That-
comfortable controller.
that was
I
the-
loved it.
That was my favorite way to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that
Easily.
you could play it 5 different ways, I think it was really good. The Wiimote and nunchuck is
with
phenomenal.
Wii Sports, it worked phenomenally well. I mean, a couple here and there problems, but having the setup, the whole like the
bar.
fucking the bar. What it was like a
It was like a
UV
sensor
light
bar.
sensor bar. That's what it was.
Apparently, you can
UV
just
light.
put, if you light a candle and put it in front of your TV, it does the exact same thing.
Yeah. What?
Literally, you can use a lit candle as the sensor bar for the Wii because it's just
It's true.
infrared.
It's true.
You don't have to, if like,
Huh.
let's see if you fuck up the wire to your sensor bar, you lose it or whatever. Light a candle, put it in front of your TV, boom.
Wow.
What?
Because
Swear to God, try
because Adam, the
Technology is
What-
simple.
what the Wii is tracking isn't the sensor, it's your controller. So
it doesn't explain it.
The
so the
Wiimote-
sensor in
the
front of the
Wiimote.
controller doesn't need to be on the little sensor bar itself.
I
So
guess
the-
it's tracking the motion of the controller itself. I don't know. I guess there's all like do some
There's an
wireless
infrared
connection.
thing on the sensor bar. That is what it's looking
Yes.
at. There's
Yeah,
it's
so
a
remember
the little
relationship
red
between
dot,
the
Adam?
remote
That's-
and
that's-
the sensor bar. As long as there's an infrared thing, it doesn't have to be the sensor bar.
Okay, so what's happening is that the controller is transmitting the movements to the system as long as it's able to track a
Light
infrared
source.
light.
Yes.
So the
So if you're
bar
pointing at it, it knows that you're pointing at it. As soon as you stop pointing at it, that's why that game or like any game would like start freaking out. It's because you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
pointing at a source.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, but the way it was explained was not as
The
thorough as I thought.
Which, on the other hand, uses Bluetooth,
Or
which
just
is
slow to pick
totally
up on the
different.
take.
Yeah, that uses actual motion tracking instead of using the infrared
And
camera.
it's somehow worse.
It's somehow
Um,
worse. Well, unless you're talking Red Steel on the Wii, which I don't know if anyone has ever played that, but
Are you hating?
no. Red Steel wasn't a bad game. It was revolutionary for the time that it came out in, but a lot of times it didn't react very well with the sword fighting. Which
I
was,
played
like, the
fucking
main
Black
draw.
Ops on the Wii, bro.
That's impressive.
I played a lot of shit that like really shouldn't have been played on that, and I still played it.
Um,
It was fun. It was fun.
All right. We could talk about, we should have just made this a giant fucking topic. Unfortunately, we are running out of time.
We just did.
Yeah, we can talk about controllers another day. That's all.
Yeah, we can come back to that.
a-
That's a good debate to have. But best era in gaming, for the most part, it sounds like it's that mid to late 2000s era. Do we all agree that that's kind of like the unanimous winner across the board?
Love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I love that era. I know it's probably going to be a unanimous love. If there's a Mount Rushmore of gaming eras, that's all fucking 4. That
I
checks
think-
all the boxes.
I
Yeah,
think
we'll
it's the
tell that
last
to the
time-
7-year-old who thinks Fortnite is the pinnacle right now.
Nah, that's the
See,
last time
that's-
they prioritized.
that's who we need to get
couch
on the show.
gaming.
And now it's time for some trivia.
10 questions, 20 seconds each. It's time for PixelHate Trivia.
All right, lovely people. I have some good actual questions with answers.
Okay, fuck you.
Some of these questions are going to be worth multiple points if you can name multiple things. The last question is going to be worth 2 points. Are we ready?
I am, yes.
All right. Dota is a community-created MOBA video game based off of Blizzard's Warcraft 3. What does Dota, D-O-T-A, stand for?
Fucking Christ.
You'll have 7 seconds. My roommate's playing Pursuit of Happiness while she's getting ready. I hate that song, but it sounds good every 2 years. All right, time's up.
All right.
And I try to pick fair questions that everyone has a fair
Yeah.
shot at. Answers.
I said Defenders of the Ark. I don't know if that's
Jamal.
Death to Team Ass.
I said
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one.
I said defense on tower attack.
Oh fuck.
All incorrect. The correct answer is Defense of the Ancients.
Oh, that's what it is. Fuck.
The real question should have been, where does Dota come from?
Name any city that is used as a setting in a Watch Dogs game. There are 3. You can
Easy.
get up to 3 points.
Done.
You have 10 seconds.
I actually got this one.
You guys aren't gamers if you don't get this one.
I actually got this one.
If you don't get this one, you're not a
Pencils down.
I'm not a gamer.
What do
You're
we
not a
have?
gamer.
What do we
You're
have?
not a gamer.
So-
You're not a gamer.
San Francisco
Oh fuck. I
New
said
New York.
Seattle.
and London.
I
Yes.
said Seattle, Chicago, and New York.
Chicago, London, and San Francisco.
I
The
said
correct
Seattle.
answer
Chicago, isn't it?
is Chicago, London, San Francisco.
Fuck.
Let's go!
I knew it was either New York or Chicago. I forgot.
Let's go.
But I got 2 points.
3
Mark me down.
points on the board.
3 for
got-
Chris.
I got
That's
1.
2 for Micah. That's, you said 1?
Yeah, I got Chicago.
And
Have
Jamal, did
played
you get any?
Watch Dogs?
No,
You didn't get any of them?
no.
Damn,
He's
not,
not even
a
trying.
gamer.
Not a gamer.
Never played Watch Dogs.
No, not a gamer.
Not a gamer.
Question number 3. Name an F-Zero racer that is not Captain Falcon.
Oh
you're-
my fucking god.
Name one. Name one.
Can't.
Yes, you can, Jamal. I
No,
know for
I
a
can't.
fact you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. Think about Super Smash Brothers Melee trophies. Think back.
Wait,
use
can you
your
repeat
brain.
the question, please? I'm sorry.
Name an F-Zero character that is not Captain Falcon. There's
Oh,
the anime.
The last time I thought about Melee was fucking when Melee was new.
I know one.
Character. No.
Name any.
I know one.
That is not Captain Falcon.
He's not even the main character.
He is the main character.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's only not the main character in 2 games.
So he's not. Okay.
I don't know. I put 4 fucking bullshit names.
I have no idea.
I know one.
The console games he's all right. What are your answers?
I said Bull, Molly, Drake, and Bunny.
Does that say Blood Falcon? That is a correct answer. Thank you,
Blood
Micah.
Falcon.
Blood Falcon is a correct answer. Jamal, do you have any?
No.
Great. Chris, do you have any?
I just said Falcon. I didn't say Blood Falcon. So if I could get half a point, that would be wonderful.
That is not half a point
No,
because
that's
that could
not half a
also
point.
be.
That could have been anyone.
That could have been
There's like 19 people named Falcon in that game.
dead ass. Other acceptable answers would have been Black Shadow, Samurai Goro, James McCloud. Come on, Jamal.
Samurai Goro.
Beast
James
Man.
McCloud, fuck.
James McCloud, also known as Fox McCloud's dad.
Which is crazy. There's a shared universe there.
I know, right?
Well, there's always been.
Question number 4. In what game was Mario first given his name? The name Mario.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Fuck.
I'll take a wild guess.
15 seconds on the clock.
Is this a trick fucking question?
It's gotta
No,
be.
it's not
it
a
is
trick question. It's not
It
a
is
trick question.
I'm taking a wild, simple guess.
It's literally not a trick question.
It
Super
is.
Mario
And I'm gonna
Brothers.
explain why. Nope.
It's not a trick question. All right.
Fucking Mario Brothers.
Mario Bros.
Incorrect.
I said Super Mario Bros.
Incorrect.
Mario
No.
Bros.
That's
Chris,
SNES.
what is your answer?
I said Super Mario.
The correct answer is Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, I was gonna say Mario teaches typing.
Mario teaches typing.
Oh shit.
Oh, god damn it.
Mario takes on New York.
Mario Watchdogs.
Question number 5. What is the American name for the Sega Mega Drive?
Wait, I'm not getting any of these right.
What?
It's a
What's
console.
the question?
What is the American name for the Sega Mega Drive?
I think I know this.
Oh.
30 seconds.
Oh.
Jamal, you know this one.
Taking a wild guess. I don't know.
I'm also taking.
It's 20 seconds. It's not 30.
There's only 3 Sega consoles.
Yeah, I think.
Just guess. One of them is named the Sega.
Okay, well now you're doing too much.
In Australia and Europe. What is it called in America?
Are we
Now
ready?
you're giving away the answer.
Are we ready?
At least
You mean I didn't give away the answer.
I think I know it.
You said about the other question you got.
Now I'm
wrong.
doubting.
Anyways.
Time's up.
The Genesis.
Sega Saturn.
The
The
Sega
correct
Genesis.
answer is the Sega Genesis.
Let's go!
I told you I knew.
Fuck you, Chris.
So you think you know?
I have 2 points. I was gonna say the fucking Jaguar.
The Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, and Sega fucking whatchamacallit, Dreamcast. Question number 6. Name as many characters as you can that appear in every mainline Tekken game. And by mainline,
In
we're talking
every
with-
single one?
Yes, there are 4.
Damn.
There are 4 characters that appear in every main Tekken game, including Tekken Tag, but we're also talking the numbered ones.
I'm trying to think back to Tekken 1. Like,
Your best guess is going to be somebody from Tekken 1 or Tekken 3.
oh,
I mentioned this also. I mentioned one character when that last trailer came out. So that's a hint. My car is also named after her.
in every game? I don't.
In every
fucking-
game. In every game.
I can only think. How many was it?
I can
4?
think of 2.
It's 4.
How many was it? 4? I can think of 4. I don't know if they're in every one.
You have 22 seconds.
I think I can think of
Since
2.
when is there 30 seconds on the clock?
There wasn't.
Right.
There was 45.
I think it'd be.
It's 20 seconds.
You're not gonna name 4 people in 20 seconds if you don't.
Why? That's the thing. You have to try.
Okay. Well, then time's up
Supposed to
then. All right, show me answers.
Okay. All right. I said Kazuya, Heihachi, King, and Law.
I got Kazuya, Jin Kazama, Heihachi, and King.
Not Jin.
Nina and Paul is all that I can
Oh.
Jin is in
fuck.
the Jin is in the first Tekken. You're tripping.
Jin is not in the first deck.
Jamal, any answers?
I said Jin, Kazuya, and an old man with serious sideburns.
think.
God,
That would
I
be
forgot-
Heihachi.
Yeah, I didn't remember his name.
The correct answers are Heihachi Mishima, Nina Williams,
Hey.
Paul Phoenix,
Mm,
and King.
let's
I
go.
got 2 right.
That's
I got
2.
2 right.
Do I get a
Wait.
point or no?
Nina's in every one.
Nina's
Yes.
in every game.
Well,
You
but-
get
Sure
as
is.
many points as people
And
that
we
you name.
just played tag, Adam. We literally were just playing
That's not
tag.
a
Yeah,
mainline
no,
game.
I know that. I
It's
know
my
that she's-
description. It's my description, so my description doesn't count then, right?
You said serious sideburns. That's Heihachi.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, that
that's
counts.
Paul.
Okay.
Right?
No, Paul.
I put Wait, you said Heihachi?
Heihachi, Paul, Nina, King.
Okay, so I got 2 right.
Okay, yeah, I got 2 right. I got Heihachi and King. All right, cool.
Yeah, those are a given.
Chris, you also got 2, right?
Yes.
And Jamal, you got 1?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Jin and Kazuya aren't in it, right?
Incorrect. I mean, yes.
Right.
Kazuya
Jin
wasn't
showed up in
introduced till
Tekken.
2.
Jin
Yeah.
shows up in Tekken 3.
3.
Kazuya is not in Tekken 4. if I'm not mistaken.
Kazuya also wasn't introduced. Was he in 1?
Yeah.
He was in 1, but he wasn't
Kazuya's
in
in
4.
1, 2, 3,
In-
5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Okay.
And 8, of course. Question number 7. How many buttons are on the Atari 2600 controller?
the Atari. What the fuck?
Are we talking like? Okay, never mind.
The Atari 2600.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
You have 20 seconds.
All right. Just gonna leave it at that.
I'll go with a safe answer.
Of all fucking consoles,
Yeah.
In case y'all ever need to run it against an amiibo,
You know,
he's trained.
that's actually really tough.
we should all hop on Tekken tonight.
We should hop on Smash so I can beat someone. Don't be mad because you're bad.
Yeah, I will be mad, and I'm not gonna play it. Hey, fix your camera.
Alrighty, so answers.
I said 10.
I said 4.
I said 4 and a joystick.
I
The
said
correct
10.
answer is 1.
What?
It's an Atari,
It's an Atari. There's 1 button.
so it's
literally-
not
it's
the
a
20.
joystick and a button.
So it's the original. It's not the bullshit that they made after.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, that's why I said Atari 2600. I have to be as specific as possible. Question number 8. What
damn it.
year was Nintendo founded?
Oh, fuck.
Goddamn.
If no one gets it right, whoever gets it closest to the correct year will get the point. That is also how it's going to be for the next 2 questions after.
I just went with the first thing that came to my mind.
So whoever gets it closest. will-
Yeah, I'm guessing a really broad number.
Chris is looking up the answer.
I'm not. I'm actually looking at my homework.
All right,
But,
3, 2, 1. Answers.
I said 1898.
I said 1942.
I said 1975.
1892.
Micah
forgot-
and Micah, get the fuck out of here. Jamal,
How the fuck was I supposed to remember when they were founded?
1975. That's crazy about you. Jamal, 1945 is not far enough. Adam and Chris, what did you guys say?
I said
1892.
1898.
Oh, Nintendo was a card company
Ooh.
before they started making games. Ugh.
The correct
Toy
answer.
company.
The correct answer is 1889.
Closest.
Wait, Adam, what did you say?
He said 98.
Oh, you said 98. Oh, I thought you said 88. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jamal. I mean, Chris gets it.
God damn it. I was going to say 1889 too.
Gonna say only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. I don't.
And trivia.
Shut the fuck up, Chris.
Question number 9.
Get sick again, you fuck.
In the original Pac-Man, how many pellets, including the power pellets, are on each map? Whoever gets the answer closest to the right answer will get the point.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
In the original Pac-Man, how many pellets, including power pellets, are on each map?
God damn it.
What the fuck? I've never sat there and thought about how many I was picking up.
Neither the fuck did I. Just looked it up.
I mean,
Yeah, 20 seconds. As you
there's
said.
no better guess, I guess.
You guys thought that my fucking questions were bad.
They were because there
Your
were multiple
questions
answers.
were bad, but this isn't much better.
Oh, please. These are far better.
At least they're more specific. I can't get them wrong by choosing the right answer.
Exactly. All right, time's up. What are your answers?
I said 100.
I said 60.
Said 5.
What?
I said 54.
Jamal, what the fuck, dude?
Jamal, what the fuck are you
I
doing?
probably misheard what you said. Oh, you said pellets though. I was thinking like more.
I'm gonna
something
give
than
you.
simple
I'm
thing.
gonna give you a second to answer again. Jamal, in the original Pac-Man, how many pellets, including the power pellets, are on each map?
84.
All right, cool. Chris, what was your number again?
54.
Michael, you said
60.
Adam wins. He said the most. The correct answer is 240.
Let's fucking go.
What?
Who's
Trivia.
like,
Who fucking
doing
knows?
that more than one level? I'm quitting, bro. I'm not doing that for multiple stages.
You've literally played Pac-Man.
Yeah, you've literally played Pac-Man, so.
You know,
What does that have to do with what I just said at all? I just said I'm not going to do that for more than one level.
You've never beaten more than one level of Pac-Man?
I have, but I quit after like 2 because I'm bored.
So you're lying because you did more than one.
Right.
I've never done the second level, if that makes
Question number 10. Including expansions, how many Grand Theft Auto games are there?
Including expansions?
Including expansions.
1, 2, 3,
Are we counting the DLCs as their own games?
Yes. Wait, when you
God
say
damn.
DLCs,
Can you guys
From-
shut the fuck
from
up for like 10
GTA
seconds?
4.
5.
yes, they are separate. I'm counting them as separate games.
I don't know.
Whoever gets closest to the correct answer will win. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you know right now it's more than you think. Answers.
It's 11.
I said 10.
11.
Jamal.
I'll say 18.
Because you guys are forgetting a major one.
The correct answer is 16. So Jamal, who's never played a Grand Theft Auto game, gets this one.
As soon as you say it's more than I think, I changed my answer.
Do you guys remember?
I was going to say 12.
Do you guys remember
You still would've
Chinatown
won.
Wars?
Fantastic
Yes.
game. Fantastic game.
Absolutely.
That's what I like. Where my mind went as soon as you were like all of them, and I was like, "Damn."
I'm
Yeah.
about to go
Most
play
likely-
that on
'cause-
my PlayStation Vita
As soon as you
tonight.
said expansion, I just jumped because I have no
But
idea.
there was
I
also
had to get
GTA
one base
1.
answer of like 8.
There's
There's GTA
1.
1, 2, and then there's like a British GTA.
Yes.
Yes.
GTA
And then there's
London.
like
There's 2 GTA Londons. That's 4 already. Then there's GTA 3, San Andreas, Vice City. That's 7. Grand Theft Auto 4, and then Lost
then all
in
of
the
its
Damned and Gay
expansions.
Tony. That's another. Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Advance. I'm sorry. Oh, Grand Theft Auto Advance. Yes. Grand Theft Auto 5, GTA Online also counts as one. And then
What? I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
I would have definitely bumped
That's a
our
great
number
game.
up a bit.
Do
And then
HD
there's-
Masters count?
No episodes
okay.
of Liberty City, Chinatown Wars, and then Vice City Stories.
Oh, episodes of Liberty City.
Yeah, bro.
Read the
It's-
shit out
it's
of
mad
that.
games. All right, Jamal, you are clocking in at 5 points. Adam,
Yes.
as someone who has just joined, you also have 5 points. Chris, you have 9 points, and Micah has 11 points.
Wopeh, what do you have again?
I have 7.
Okay, so Mike is in the lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so
I will host next time.
yeah, next week. He's going to be
It's gonna
like,
be a whole bunch of Blizzard questions.
how many threads are in my gaming chair?
How many wisps are in Elden Ring?
Both the first gaming chair ever made.
What's
How
my
many
first YouTube
siblings do
channel?
I have? Trick question.
I mean, if he gave me
They're
how many
all half.
pallets are in the Pac-Man level, y'all getting some bullshit.
Okay, but that's not even a bad question.
On what day did the first conference
Name
decide the
every
future of
single
gaming between
Fortnite map
Nintendo and PlayStation?
possible.
What
Name
is
50
Miyazaki's middle
games.
name?
All right.
What is Bloodborne's middle name? Blood Malcolm Bourne.
What game do I like better? Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2?
Extra points. If
What's
you can
the best
tell me.
game of all time? Elden Ring or Elden Ring 2?
Name every game I've 100%.
Trick question is cock ring.
Cock ring.
Cockring. Nice. All right, cool. Well, that's the show. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If and when, as always, this is PixelHate, where the H is silent, but the hate is goddamn real. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure you guys follow on all the socials. They'll be on the link tree, and also you'll see it at the end of the video.
If you're watching on this YouTube,
Cool.
go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. We love you. Thanks.
Cool. Hey, you want to finish? Go ahead, just finish.
Hey, Adam,
It's okay. It's okay for people to interrupt you, Adam.
It wouldn't be the show if I didn't interrupt you.
Well, then stop nominating me to do the plugs. You know, let's go
just-
back.
It's
go.
additive, Adam. It's additive.
It's an addition. No, but seriously, thank you guys. We're very excited for what the future may bring. And we're gonna experiment with some different types of streams as time goes on. But at the very least, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. But again, thank you. Follow, like, subscribe, all the
Goku
above.
killed Raditz.
Goku killed Raditz, apparently. But we're getting off the game now. We'll see you later.
Micah, you love tying with me.
It's that light skin mode.
You said you're not about that life.
I'm always about that life. I'm the lightest skin here.
I am light mode.
I can't go dark mode.
Oh shit.
I'm like
Black-
Ben. I'm like
Black-
Ben 10, but with races. I just pick one for the day.
All right, cool. I'm
Black Air Force energy? What's that?